goal line is a very unique situation because you're at the end of our field, you know. First of all, the very nature of where you are on the field. You know, most of the time, if you're like a coach, either signaling or watching and gathering information from the press box, when they're in the freewheeling zone between the 20s, you're in a, it's never comfortable, but you're in a more of a comfort zone. The more you close down in on the goal line, and this is how we define the goal line, as the 3-yard line in when we get into heavy personnel, which would be 2 tight ends and 2 backs, or with 1 wide receiver, or 3 tight ends with 2 backs. It being our personnel, which we call 23, or the other one being 22. That's the ones we use the most. Of course, things have changed, you know, because a lot of people, you know, now, you know, kind of throw out that, you know, you're not going to pass down there, or you're not going to open up your formations, and so you got to be completely ready in that situation. Also, because it's down in that corner of the end zone, and you're defending the 10 yards of the goal line itself and the 3 yards or 2 or 1 going in, it's a tight area to throw the ball, and it's also a loud area. And if you're in somebody else's stadium, you know, we're always trying, because we don't get to practice it much, because, you know, there's a lot of times you might only see goal line. You might not even see the goal line. If you're in like the 4th game, let's say, you might not see the goal line, but maybe none at all from the other team. So you might have to go back to last year's film, or if they have a new staff, go back and find that staff's the way because goal lines is played a lot of different ways, both offensively and defensively. But from our standpoint as an offense, we really want to know that we have the right personnel in the game. We want to know that they're aware of the situation, and that they're really ingrained, because we don't practice it that much, on exactly what runs and passes we have in the game plan. Well, what changes with the O-line and tight ends down on the goal line is first of all, we usually cut down our splits. You're operating in a zone where the defensive linemen have their face mask like maybe a foot off the ground, and they're digging their nails and clawing in, because they can't give up any space. Every, you know, like in the movie you heard about every inch that you're trying to get or take, and that's what it's about. You know, you're trying to get everybody to get lined up, get down, have the proper splits in a loud environment, in a closed end zone, especially if you're on the road, and you have to execute. You have to be on time, jump cadence, and forge forward and capture that little bit of yard. And then you're telling everybody to have an extra emphasis on low pads and moving your feet and grabbing that yard. And the backs have to think about, the running back has to think about bringing his own blocker to the party, because usually we're going to have 1 or 2 unaccounted for defenders that he's going to have to just drag for a yard or 2.
We're playing those mind games together.
Entrance. You've seen it before, and it never grows old.
I
looking to throw. Got a receiver coming back. He doesn't see him. Instead, throws it deep down the field. 49 set. He's got it!